Welcome to another broadcast of XJW TV.
Where the fun never ends.
No, it doesn't end. Not in this zoo, it doesn't.
No, I know it. So shout out to everybody, and Mark and Cora, hope you're doing better, and everybody else who is sick and all of that. And I also want to give a shout out to Atlantis and Nevada. You guys made my day today. I get this package that is about big.
I have to kind of get props for this. Let me see if I can get this. Hope everybody can see how thick this is.
They said there's over 350 discs in this case.
Worth of Watchtower information, elders' letters.
Every little thing.
Everything.
People have been collecting. So thank you, Atlantis and Nevada.
Because I have all the information now. Thank you, Atlantis and Nevada. We certainly appreciate it.
We've got our work cut out for us now.
This is like massive. There's on one page, like a photo album. You can't see it, like a one page.
There's 8 discs on each page.
8 discs on each page. And there's over 350 discs.
Yeah.
My goodness. But I do have to ask Atlanta a question. Atlantis, yeah, thank you. Does any of these discs tell us what color toilet paper Watchtower wipes their backside with? Because I really want to know that.
Mr. Funny Guy.
Yes. Okay, what do we have for news today? What are we going to do first?
Well,
we have several items.
This morning, Atlantis and Nevada actually sent me an elder's letter. This is October 9th, 2014. And it's like, wow.
Well, here's, in my humble opinion, that this is just another dumb idea in a long list of Watchtower dumb ideas.
Just when you think it can't get possibly any worse, they go and pull this. Okay, so I'm going to read this. To selected congregations in the United States branch territory. And it's regarding special preaching campaign in Israel. Yes, in Israel.
Special campaign in Israel.
Governing body. Do you guys even watch the news?
Well, get to the letter, and then I'll gotta ask the governing body a question.
Okay, hold that thought then. Dear brothers, we are writing to inform you that the service committee of the governing body has approved a special preaching campaign in Israel, which is planned for February to April of 2015. Similar campaigns in other countries have been a resounding success, and we know that with Jehovah's blessing, the campaign in Israel will also be successful.
In other words, resounding success. You mean it fattened your pocketbooks is what it did.
English and Hebrew-speaking publishers living in various parts of the United States and Europe are being invited to join this campaign for a minimum of 2 weeks. There is much to do in the Hebrew field, and most Hebrew-speaking people in Israel speak and understand English.
Shalom.
There are several cities in Israel with large areas of untouched territory. Some have not been worked for many years. Oh boy, unworked territory.
Yeah.
Our desire with your assistance is to help the congregations in covering these territories. Please prayerfully consider whether you are able to participate in this campaign. If so, we warmly encourage you to submit an application through your congregation service committee no later than October 20th, 2014. All publishers who speak Hebrew fluently are especially invited to apply. Okay, now here's the clincher. Pay close attention. Since Israel is relatively crime-free, single sisters could apply if they have a qualified sister to partner with.
Hey, Mom, volunteer to go, please. Please volunteer to go.
Keep in mind that since very few publishers live in the areas of need, it will not always be possible to stay in the homes of brothers. Thus,
AKA, you're on your own if you go.
thus, you will likely need to secure and pay for your own accommodations.
Well, that's just a given. You don't. Watchtower's not going to send people to Israel anywhere, and Watchtower foot the bill.
Oh, of course
No,
not.
they're going to expect you. So now that Watchtower said it's relatively crime-free, relatively safe, is that like saying Watchtower's relatively rich?
Relatively poor, you mean?
Yeah. That's just there's just something relatively wrong with that statement.
Sounds
relatively meaning.
Well, it sounds like relatively ignorance to me.
Yeah. There's a lot of relative ignorance being displayed right now among Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah. So we went to the United States government travel website
to get a relatively reasonable, up to date information.
Okay, Israel 2014 Crime and Safety Report. And this is mostly in Tel Aviv, but it's talking about Israel in general. Okay, travel, health, and safety. Now, these are the things they list. Transportation security, stolen items, theft, burglary, assault, murder, rape, sexual violence, VBIEDS. I don't know what that is.
So really, according to this, if you're a single sister, it's relatively safe. But yet, the crime report says that rape is high. Good luck with that, sisters.
Religious terrorism. They're even having beheadings in this country for people, who aren't.
Well, just one isn't really a newsworthy item, but still, it's one too many.
Yeah, one too many. Religious violence, bombing, riots, civil unrest, earthquakes, floods, drug trafficking, fraud, financial cybersecurity. All I can say is, oh, hell no.
So basically, Watchtower saying, we're going to send a bunch of people to Israel.
Even single
sisters. Crime's
sisters.
no different than it is here in the United States. So what do you got to fret about? You'll be relatively safe.
Well, the overall crime and safety situation in Israel, the Department of State currently rates the crime level in Israel as medium.
Not relatively safe, but relatively medium. Come on, Watchtower.
Yeah, in here they say relatively low, I think.
Was it low or relatively safe? Relatively low. Yeah, whatever. Watchtower still
relatively crime-free.
Relatively crime-free. That's even better.
Yeah.
Relatively crime-free means that there's a relatively good chance that you're going to become a victim of crime. Yeah. Especially when you're from another country.
The most common crimes are vehicle thefts, petty larcenies, residential burglaries, personal belongings left unattended in parked vehicles, are regularly targeted. Israel residents of South Tel Aviv complained of increased theft, assault, and vagrancy. Then they have the actual numbers from 2013. And what I find interesting is this is 11 months in 2013 of reporting. There was 4,715 sexual offenses.
Sexual offenses, yeah.
And they're going to send single sisters in there.
Here, like I said earlier, this is another dumb idea in a long list of Watchtower dumb ideas.
And then here they say organized crime activity has increased. And since the Israeli National Police are busy, targeting and focusing on terrorism, organized crime is having a party.
Yeah.
Then it goes on to talk about Gaza-based organizations such as Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, and the Popular Resistance Committees are among the most active terrorist organizations in the region and carry out asymmetrical attacks such as rocket, missile fire, and sniper fire.
Well,
relatively crime-free.
There again, Watchtower, I don't know what Watchtower's ultimate goal is for doing this, but you can darn well bet the farm it's all about money. And quite honestly, in my opinion, it's not going to be about preaching the good news of the kingdom. It's going to be a handful of JWs handing out the business cards that's advertising jw.org. Because Watchtower wants full control over what's being preached in the door-to-door work, because Watchtower knows that because of the internet, we're having a very profound effect on the reception of Jehovah's Witnesses at the door. People are awake, even in the world, to who and what Jehovah's Witnesses are now.
Yeah, I know it. So, unbelievable.
Next news item.
Okay, really quick here now.
Oh, wait, well, okay, before you go, I want to do something real quick here. Now, this is a Watchtower Assembly Hall. I'm going to do a real quick flash. Government building.
Well, to me, it looks like a Greek temple.
It looks like a Greek temple. Exactly.
Or one of those Freemason, lodges and temples that are in this country.
All you need to do is look at Washington, D.C., United States, and buildings like this are plastered all over that city.
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is I just watched some videos of them entertaining delegates this past summer for the international convention in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I recognized the pictures of the stage. So that party they had was in this assembly hall. Well, they just put this assembly hall up for sale.
And one thing that we do want to keep in mind, we do not want to mislead anybody. Watchtower did not build this building. They bought it and renovated it.
Yeah.
And now they're selling it. But you still got to ask the question, why would Watchtower, how does it look from the public eyes when Watchtower is buying a building that looks like any city hall building in this country?
Or a Freemason temple.
It
looks just almost like the one in Washington.
Why would why? Because they can turn a quick buck. They can renovate it, free labor, free JW labor, and then turn around and sell it for how many millions?
Asking price is $2.9 million.
Wow, that's relatively cheap.
Yeah, because it's only a 1,200 seat auditorium.
Yeah.
So it's a small one. So
it's a small one.
They've got this, like I said, real estate.
Watchtower real estate property going up for sale. What state again was this in?
Indiana.
Indiana. Yep.
Yep, right in the middle of Indianapolis.
No wonder they got to send people to Israel, because they're losing people here in the United States.
Yeah, and it's listed with the Summit Realty Group. I don't see a, usually there is a multiple listing number so that you can go look on it, but I don't see that.
But anyways, some more Watchtower property for sale.
But it was built in 1912, so it
does have some historical value.
Historical, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Historical, not hysterical. Historical.
I'm hysterical today.
Yeah.
I'm telling
you. Okay, what's our third news item? Oh, this one's good.
So I want to thank Mark for sending this to me on Facebook. We were laughing our asses off, let me tell you.
And I hope that more businesses follow suit.
Okay, now apparently he got this off of a JW forum. Those witnesses, they love their smartphones.
Well, witnesses, they just love social media.
I know it.
They just love it.
Well, apparently they've been going to KFC all this time for their breaks, for field service.
Just in case you're not familiar with KFC, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
It's kind of a fast food place here in the United States where they have greasy fried chicken, and you can get mashed potatoes and gravy
and
clogged arteries.
Maybe a heart attack along the way. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, the way these Wi-Fi's work here in this country, I don't know how they work in other countries, but you can go into a place like that, and sometimes you need a code, or they'll have like an open public Wi-Fi. So you take your laptop, your cell phone, and you just sit there and you can be on the internet. Okay, so apparently these witnesses have their smartphones there, and they try to go on jw.org while they're in KFC having their break.
This is priceless.
Okay, so Mark sent us some screen captures, and this is what is coming up when they try to get on to jw.org. This domain is blocked. Sorry, www.jw.org has been blocked by your network administrator.
Go KFC.
I'm going to start frequenting KFC now. Just give them my business. Okay, so then the witnesses post this. They said, "What's up with KFC? We can't get on jw.org. They're apparently blocking us!" Exclamation point.
Duh.
This used to be one of Derek's favorite places, but if they don't want us there, oh well. Anyone else notice? Then someone else comes back and says, "By the way, that's the happy welcome screen whenever we try to access jw.org at a KFC in North Carolina. A friend of ours had the same thing happen to her in a KFC in Virginia. So that's 2 states then that this is happening. Wonder if other religious sites are blocked or just ones that KFC doesn't like. No more KFC for me."
Oh, I can't wait. I hope Starbucks does the same thing.
Yeah.
Then that means the JW coffee break is done and over.
I wish Subway would do it too, because that's why I don't eat at Subway, because witnesses are always in there. So sitting there with their little cell phone preaching to everybody.
Yeah, so it's just interesting that Kentucky Fried Chicken in these 2 states has chosen to block jw.org from their Wi-Fi service.
So what I'm going to do is next Monday, since payday is Monday for us and I do my grocery shopping. So next Monday, I'm going to go to KFC, our local one, and I'm going to ask them.
Ask them. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm going to ask them, and I'm going to show them this and see if it is a...
But what you want to do, though, dear, is you want to commend them, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell them that...
You want to commend them. You want to, show them the pedophilia problem. Show them, just lay it all out.
I think I'll hand out some of J.W. Pistate's postcards.
Yes. See, this might be another good avenue for us apostates to block JWs from getting the jw.org when they're out in service and they're frequenting their places of coffee breaks.
Yeah, and before you witnesses get all uptight and start posting and everything, negative comments down below, you're using their Wi-Fi.
That's right.
This is KFC's Wi-Fi. They have a right to block anything they want. Just like our local library over here, they block YouTube.
Yeah.
That's their right, because that's their computers and their Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So, when the person is paying for, their internet and stuff, they can block anybody they want.
Yeah,
So
I'd love to see this go viral for KFC.
Oh, yeah.
This would be just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the evening news with Brian Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, KFC worldwide.
If a bunch of us started going into KFC and having lunch and commending them and tell them that we're trying to spread this worldwide, at least for those countries who can have KFC. It's like, hey, I'd love to see this go viral.
Exactly. Yeah.
Apostates, help KFC.
Yeah. Well,
apostates everywhere.
But of course, you have to buy a relatively cheap meal, so
that's okay.
I think it would be worth it.
Because see, KFC and Taco Bell are in the same building, so I like Taco Bell too.
There you go. We get Taco Bell to start. Well, there again, I don't know if Taco Bell's got Wi-Fi or not, so you might want to just start hitting these places.
Well, it's the same company.
Wi-Fi. Well, that's true too. Yeah,
it's the same company.
Yeah, that's true.
So Taco Bell and KFC. All right.
So I guess this is it for this broadcast of XJW TV.
Yep. I have an appointment to Skype with my favorite daughter, and
cool. I thought you was going to give me an appointment to get my hair cut.
No, you have a World Series to watch.
Oh, that's right. I
don't have time for that.
I know. How do you people think I look with long hair? I don't know.
No, it's like starting to stick out like bozo.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Love you all.